Hello and welcome to today's show. I'm Gemma Forte, and coming up on the show today, we'll be exploring more about the Cowboy State's history. And we'll get to know our guests, Governor Mead, Anna Olson and Tim Kellogg a little better. So welcome along, Governor Mead. Great to see you here today.
Thank you, Gemma. We're so glad to be with you. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, Wyoming celebrates its 125th birthday as a U.S. state, doesn't it? And it has a fascinating history and is very much associated with the Wild West. Do you want to tell me a bit about that?
Well, it is associated with Wild West, and we're proud of 125 years now. Relative to the time here in the history, here it's not much, but for America, it's a big deal. The Wild West, when we think about Buffalo Bill Cody, when we think about the Native Americans, when we think about settling the West, the wagon trains, when we think about the wildlife, rodeo, it is still very much alive in Wyoming.
I think for children everywhere, that sort of history of cowboys as well, it is so exciting. It's something you play as a kid, and then to go and see it,
Yes.
you know, in the wild would be fantastic. I'd love to travel to Wyoming with my children. One of them's 12 years old, the other is 9. What fun things are there to do? Would you like to answer that, Tim?
Oh, there's a lot for families to do.
Yeah.
There's outdoor activities year-round, summer, spring, fall, winter.
Yeah.
In the winter, there's plenty of skiing within Jackson Hole, and there's snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, ice skating, all that. In the summer, you have hiking, backpacking, camping, fishing. There's just endless things to do.
Yeah. So would you recommend Jackson Hole Resort as a good spot for honeymooners? Is it quite romantic?
Absolutely, yes. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's very...
I think the highest recommendation I could give on that is that's where I got married.
Ah, okay.
yeah, and that's where I got married.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's the backdrop of the Tetons and the rivers. It truly is extraordinary, and not limited to there. I mean, where Tim lives, Meeteetse is one of the most beautiful spots, and Devil's Tower and Little Snake River Valley. There is so many places that extraordinary world-class beauty that people want to get married and have their honeymoon. And one of the questions about kids, I think it is the ideal spot for kids because in addition to all of this, it's known for its dinosaurs and its fossils, and there's opportunities to explore actual fossil places where you can pick up fossils. And so it is a very fun place for kids.
Yeah, now you mentioned that so much so that I think the new Disney Pixar film that's coming out next year is actually going to be sort of very much tied up with Wyoming because so many, and I've learnt this recently, so many dinosaur bones that are actually in the Natural History Museum here in London actually were found in Wyoming. It really is dinosaur territory. It's just fascinating.
It is dinosaur territory, and we're very glad about that partnership with Pixar and Disney. And they chose the right state to have as sort of the inspiration and the backdrop for that movie about dinosaurs. It's a proper fit because of the many fossils and dinosaur bones that are found in our state.
Yeah, it sounds good. That is out next year, The Good Dinosaur, with the backdrop of Wyoming. It sounds pretty special. Very good.
There are still places actually near where Tim grew up, where you can put your hands in the footprints of dinosaurs, and see how much space there were between them. It's absolutely incredible to take children and give them that first-hand sense of an animal roamed here, not just from a movie.
We're ticking a lot of boxes. Dinosaurs, cowboys.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. So just in a real nutshell, from each of you, why would you say going to Wyoming is a really good idea for a holiday? Just in a little soundbite.
Because it's like no place on earth. I mean, no matter where you are in the state, you have some spectacular scenery. Whether it's the high mountains of Jackson in the northwest, you have the prairie, you have the rolling hills in the center of the state, which I find spectacular.
Yeah.
A lot of sage, beautiful animals. You can kind of clear your head and gather your thoughts, and it's nice to sometimes just run free.
Yeah. Anna?
Yellowstone National Park is the most special place, and to go there in the winter is just a privilege. You go in, you have to snowmobile in, there is a lodge around the geysers. To wake up and know you're surrounded by a natural ecosystem that is untouched, I don't know anywhere else that can give that to you. So I think Yellowstone is what makes the state really stand out, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And Governor Mead?
I think it's an adventure of a lifetime. And what we haven't talked about is the warmth at which people are received. Wyoming people are known for how warm they are, down to earth they are, and we hear that all the time. And so not only will you have this adventure of a lifetime, but likely you'll make friends for a lifetime.
I think I'm off to book my ticket. It just sounds incredible. Thank you so much, Governor Mead, Anna Olson and Tim Kellogg. So we have unfortunately run out of time, but as I just said, thank you so much to all of my guests. And if you want to find out more about all things Wyoming, then do go to www.wyomingtourism.org and all the information will be there. Thanks again to my guests. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gemma.
Thank you for watching.